All right, yeah, I think we're good to go. All right, YouTube, this is gonna be part two and the final part of the good, bad, and the ugly review of PGA Tour 2K25. I did a video that was the same, titled the same, sort of the good, bad, and the ugly. It might have been in March or April. I think it was about a month or so after the game came out, and actually, it was for me, it was pretty wildly successful as far as viewership. So that was pretty cool. So thanks for that. But I think the game has evolved enough, and maybe in some cases devolved enough, that now we kind of had a peek through the keyhole at the start of, okay, here's the review. But now that we've gotten some updates, the gameplay's changed a little bit. I think for the better, and some things ironed out. I think we're at a good point where, okay, this is the real game, and I think it warrants a good, bad, and the ugly part two. However, and we'll get into it, I don't think it's going to be a very favorable video, which is strange to say because the game it's a good game, and they made improvements on it since it released. So, but anyway, yeah, let's get into it. And for those that are watching on Twitch right now, feel free to kind of, add a bullet point or two here or there, and if I agree with it, then yeah, we'll talk about it. So first thing, much like the first video, I'll go through the goods, then I'll go through the bads, and I'll go through the uglies. And a disclaimer, I am terrible at editing, and also a little bit lazy. So some of this stuff may be hard to follow. I'll try my best to put in chapters in the video where you can kind of navigate to certain, good, bads, and uglies. If not, I apologize. Just fast forward and whatnot. I don't have the time or even probably the know-how to do that kind of stuff. That's not my forte. I just do this kind of for fun. So I apologize in advance for that. But hopefully, I would like to have another, what's the word I'm looking for? Disclaimer, sort of. Another disclaimer, the things I say and bring up, it's my opinion, obviously, it can be wrong. I don't think it is. It could be wrong. I get that. And I say these things not as a shot, not as a Debbie Downer towards the devs and towards 2K on the game. I'm trying to say it as constructive criticism. And it's coming from a place of, I am an avid golfer, avid golf fan. I probably have more hours into golf, 2K golf, on PlayStation and Xbox combined over the past 2 years than any game I own. And so I like to think I come also from a place of authority on some things. It might be ego, but it is what it is. I say it constructively, and only because I want to see the next game be better. And we'll talk about that too a little bit as well. And I know a couple of the devs. I've spoke to them before. Again, this might be very presumptuous or pie in the sky, but I will be happy. I'll even pay for it myself to come to 2K Studios or see you guys or whatever. I'll pay for my own travel to sit down and talk with you guys from a high-level perspective and not just a casual perspective. So, at the end of the day, it is a video game. So it is a video game, but we want the video game to be as best as possible. because I mean, quite honestly, we spend money on it. So I guess everybody has their opinion to throw out there whenever they drop their money. So first things first, let's talk about the good. The good. So insert good transition here. For editing purposes. Okay. If I don't have the ability to do that, one, that looks really stupid, and two, I'm my bad. But this is the good. This is the good portion. Goes without saying. Let me go into this, kind of demonstrate it here. It goes without saying, the graphics. The graphics are a step up on this game, which I think was, I want to say it was needed. It's just nice to have. I've never been a really big graphic guy. I'd rather have great gameplay as opposed to great graphics. I think graphics are a help, but gameplay is still king. What's up, Shadow? Hey, buddy. But as you can see here, you know, and I'm just using this course I've created for the Revan Cup. More to follow on that in future videos. But I'm just kind of using this as an example. The graphics look very, very good, extremely good, in my opinion. But again, I'm not a graphics guru. Actually, let me go to this one. I think, did I put it on? Nah, I did it on Xbox. Disregard. So I'd say the graphics as a whole are way better. Way better. You know, it just look really good course designers can make absolutely stunning golf courses. So I think that's a good. I'll stay here. I'll stay here with it as well in this area, in this realm. The designer, the actual course designer was a massive, probably the biggest improvement, in my opinion. The biggest improvement from 2K23 was the course designer. And the reason I say that is, one, they made it so the bunkers, it's way easier to sculpt bunkers. And also they added in pot bunkers as well. And that was pretty irritating to try and make, you know, because, you know, we had to kind of manipulate stuff. But pot bunkers was a massive step in the right direction. And then they made some planting a lot easier as well. The only thing I like to say, I wish they had more objects. See in the bottom left, the object meter. It seems like you run out of meter really quickly as opposed to what it was in 2K23, but maybe that's not neither here nor there. So overall, the designer, massive improvement with the pot bunkers and some of the quality of life things. Water is a little bit better, and the graphics. Let's go back. That's 2 bullet points there. All right, let's go to the next one. I will say the ranked, the ranked matchmaking, not in the good. The ranked tours, it's more on the good than it is on the bad. It's on the right track. On the right track. Yeah, they have some more courses, and it's not just the same 12 or 15 on rotation. They have user-made courses like this Lob Lolly. That is obviously not a real course, so to speak. That was a user-made course. So it doesn't get as stale as quick. And it is good that they have a Pro-Am, Pro, and Master difficulty. So all this is fine. I wish they had a legend as well. I don't see why not just add a legend to it. And I know it's a money grab, but at a certain point it kind of becomes irrelevant, especially like 2 or 3 months into it. I don't believe ranked should have balls. Like, it shouldn't come down to if someone has put on a longer flying golf ball or not. To me, ranked is equal playing field, ready, set, go. Not okay. Who has the better ball on? I can see clubs, upgraded clubs. Obviously, you can't just have standard clubs, but to have the ability to put balls on. I don't know. Not to me. That's a negative. That's no good. Daily tourney where if you win you move like Firehouse Cuff. Yeah, that could work too. Sure. Like there's lots of things that could be done with this. You could even kind of somewhat like what Hilly's saying. Like what if you had like just like a massive 1 week of dailies on master difficulty, and you took the top 50. And then somehow you integrated like its own like match play kind of deal. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to play with your opponent unless you knew them and whatever else. But you could combine score or compare scorecards and that kind of thing, where you had qualifiers and you had tournaments, the match play tournaments and that. I don't know. I think there's more that could be done internally. But overall, it's a good. It's better than 2K23, because they didn't have it. But it definitely could go a little bit step forward. Okay. Cross-play societies. This is this might be the biggest improvement, besides to include the designer. So maybe about 1 and 1A. The cross-play societies are really good. Where in 2K23, you couldn't play with your friends in societies. I'm not sure why I'm about to pull this up, but you couldn't play with your friends in societies, and in this one you can, which is great. That is really good. However, the problem, like the leaderboards still are messed up, where you can only see your platform's leaderboard while you're playing. So you don't know what in this case, the Xbox guys are doing or the PC guys are doing. You don't see that until the end of the round, which again, it's on the right track, but it's not quite there. But overall, it's an improvement because now you can play in a 2, 3, or 4-some. That's good. All right. So I think for the most part that concludes the good, which is a short list. I apologize. Now let's go to the bad. And insert bad transition now, or whatever, if I can do it. Bad. Ranked matchmaking. Oh, I'm blurry. Ranked matchmaking is a joke. It's a joke. And I'm still blurry. Hold on. Let me back out. Yeah, we should be good. Ranked matchmaking is a joke. Like I mean, at least put it. I don't know why it's only on pro difficulty, and you have all the training wheels. All of the training wheels are on ranked, which is supposed to separate, the players as far as capabilities. But you have all the training wheels on, that's on pro difficulty, you can put a ball on and hit it 397 yards. It's a joke. Like, at least put it on master, or have a pro, master, and legend ladder. Same for the duos. I don't. It's just so watered down. It makes it boring. And then also for the duos, when I'm not hitting and I'm watching my partner hit, I should be able to see, especially on the green grids. Like, you can't see the green grids of my partner putting. Now, I wish I had the time and the editing chops to go into a ranked duos match and do all this, here's the example kind of thing. Just take my word for it. Like, if I'm playing with a buddy of mine and he has a 15-footer, I should be able to see I should be able to see what he's seeing, and maybe help read a putt or help set up a shot. Instead, it's just, well, good luck, brother. So it's just, that's not good. It's not good. But to its credit, it's just as bad as what it was in 2K23. The only better part is they have more courses to cycle through, and user-made courses and not just the standard 2K courses. But overall, it's not good. But the silver lining is the same not good as what it was in 2K23. So that's maybe my opinion, but it's not good. The fittings on your clubs. Where am I at? Like, I get the idea. Hold on. I get the idea that you want to make the player grind a little bit and not just max out his clubs and stats and whatever else. But it is. Here's the example. Okay, so I have a level 99 technician. You know, it's fully maxed out. I have all my clubs in amethyst. It's great, right? But if once I swap to my powerhouse, okay, I'll swap to powerhouse. You can see it's only 85. Okay. I don't understand why I don't have the clubs. Like, I don't have any of my clubs. I like all of these I got from like quests and I guess it was quest, yeah, like quests, and you know, it just in the clubhouse pass. Sorry, it makes the grind really terrible. But I don't have the clubs that I want. I have to go try and unlock them or buy them, and then I have to go and get fittings again and Evo tools again, and you have to do that for every single character you make. I don't understand. I mean, I understand. You're making it the barrier of entry, or the what's the word I'm looking for? The incentivization to want to make another character and practice that and try it out is next to nothing, because you're starting all over again. And yeah, it's just to me it feels kind of icky. And hence why on this I have not got any other characters. And I will not. Yeah, right. It's no incentive to grind and practice the other archetypes, but that's not a bad thing. A little bit, like as a technician, Selma. Excuse me. On the technician. Hold on. Pause. One more thing about the fittings. I should be able to, and you could do it in 2K23. I should be able to put different fittings on each individual club and not just that set of clubs. Like, so for example, if I wanted to maybe close the gap on my yardages, if I wanted to close the gap, see how in the top left corner, my hybrid's 236, my 4-iron's 213. If I wanted to maybe close the gap and make my 2-iron go 220 and keep my 5-iron the same, I should be able to put 1 or 2 more power fittings into my fitting slots. But you can't unless you can do it unless I have to I have to replace just that club. I can replace the club with a different manufacturer. Let's say with this 2K3 iron, right? I'm not going to do it, but I can change the club, and then that would allow me to have different fittings than any other club. But now I just have a random one-off club that doesn't match my set, which may not be that big of a deal, but it's still just weird. So again, it's okay, but it's just not good. It's a little bit of a oversight, I think, on their part. In the archetypes, 2K had it right until they didn't. And what I mean by that is, as a technician, I should only have access to my technician special shot, which in this case is the pick, which is especially on legend difficulty in the plat conditions, pick is absolutely necessary. You almost have to have it. As a technician, I should have access to that. I should not, in my opinion, I should not have access to the power drive as a technician. The powerhouse, sure. That's the powerhouse's special shot. The technician should not have access to that. Like, now, if I'm sure people that are watching this know, but just in case you don't, in order to unlock the archetype special shot, you have to play that archetype up to level 85 OVR, and then unlock it in their skill tree, I think. Or you may not have to unlock it, just get level 85, and then that special shot is available for all your archetypes as you make them. So that's why I have a powerhouse at 85, so I can unlock the power drive. And then vice versa. The powerhouse should not have access to the pick. They shouldn't. So, like, what'll happen is, especially as we get further into the game, all these separate archetypes just to start molding into one. And so now there's no room for play styles or strategy. Whereas, you know what, man? Like, I love hitting the ball 325 yards, but I cannot get up and down on those very firm, very fast greens out of a bunker because I don't have the pick. You have to take the good and the bad. Or vice versa. As a technician, I should not be hitting the ball 320 yards. Just let's say it's just 280. It's like, man, I cannot hit the ball very far, but it's always accurate. It's always accurate. And if I'm short side in the bunker, the pick will help me out. But they had it right, sort of, until we realized at level 85. You could start to overlap things. Stop doing that. Make this was sort of a joke early on. It's like MAGA, MAGA. Make archetypes great again. Make the archetypes matter. Because right now they kind of don't. Yeah, right. And the greenskeeper's archetype is a joke. Like, and there is I would bet my bottom dollar there is no one in TGC Platinum or Elite, maybe even Kinetic, that is playing on a greenskeeper archetype. Now everybody has it in order to unlock those smaller green grids if they want. I don't, because I don't like that at all. But that's the only reason they would have that character upgraded, is for that. Sculpt, there's some, Magician, okay, yeah. Like the Powerhouse and Greenskeeper, the way the stats are useless. So there needs to be some better balancing in the archetypes, and there needs to be separation of them as well. So don't worry, Maximo, you can rewind it later. I promise everything I said you agree with. So that's what I'm saying about archetypes. The next bad. The store. It was really bad. Now it's just bad. When I go into a PGA Superstore, there are thousands of clubs. Some new, some old, some used. There are thousands of clubs. When I go into the Superstore in 2K25, there is a dozen. And some of them are just reskins of other clubs. It's just a cosmetic difference. What's, obviously for probably legality reasons, you don't want, one club being better than the other, like a TaylorMade versus Titleist. You want that being even. But like this Blaze driver, it's just a reskin of the 2K driver. It sounds the same. There's nothing to differentiate it except just this golden stuff around it, which is fine. But as soon as you hit it one time, well, it's the 2K driver. And then some of these drivers, they sound like you're hitting it with a water bottle. There's no sound. It's just not satisfying. And then it's reskinned, so like 3 or 4 of the drivers all sound the same. And again, like this one here, this Ranger driver, it's a 2K skin driver. It's just reskinned. It sounds the same as a 2K. This Ranger driver and this Blaze driver and this Lumen driver all sound the same. How's that possible? So again, and I should be able to scroll through so many clubs. I'm in the Superstore, and I've said it before, like, go back. Maybe it's a licensing thing with some of the other manufacturers, where they don't authorize you to maybe put the clubs on here. I don't know, but like, what about the old school, like the Callaway Warbird, the Big Bertha, the Titleist 970s, the TaylorMade TI Bubbles, the Callaway Steelhead Plus 2s, or even just the original ones, the Orlemar Tri-Metals, like some of the old school clubs, even like the Lynx, or the Teardrops, the Rams, there are so many clubs from like 1995 all the way up until now that were like staples for 5 years that just aren't there, and I can go into the Superstore and get them. What about the Ping the Ping Eyes, the Ping Eye 2s? Remember those irons? They're not here. I don't know. It's just, to me, there should be more in the store, and you'd think there would be, or they want to be, because now we want to spend more VC. Now I have nothing to spend VC on, nothing besides like a shirt and maybe an Evo tool if I need it. I don't know. There's nothing to spend VC on. So that's a bad. To me, that's a bad. It's better than what it was because it was just like three drivers, 3 woods, 3. They got some more, but it's lacking, in my opinion. I'll say lastly. Yeah, right. Yeah, you have 30,000 and there's nothing to buy. Well, I have nothing to spend VC on, except maybe a shirt. I don't know. It's just I don't know. To me, it's off. It's just off. It's not bad, just off. And then I said the last bad that I'll go over is the training facility. Oh, Top Golf. Come closer. Oh, you can't. Shit. What is that? Oh, okay. Top Golf. Here, I'll come to you. No. Top Golf. Hey. Top Golf. Hey. No one plays it. Get rid of it. Thank you. Okay. Moving on. The my career, it's fine. It's career mode. It's boring. It's whatever. You have to have it. I'm sure. There's nothing good or bad about it. It's just very vanilla. Although I will say, hey. If I have to do one more interview where I answer the same question for the 10th time, stop it. Stop the interviews. Stop it. Okay. Hey, there's Wobie. Okay, anyway. So there's the career, there's Top Golf. Let's go training. This is a bad. And after this, we'll get into the ugly. All right, the bad. I should be able. What the hell are we doing? We're doing a video, Wobie, and everybody on YouTube say hi to Wobie right there. A little sloppy killing. Right there. Say hi to Wobie. Over there. In the corner. Right there. We're almost done. But hey, actually, Wobie, you're gonna want to see, and people that are watching, you guys there, you're gonna want to see what I have to show you here in about probably 4 minutes. To me, it's interesting. But so the training facility, this is good to be able to turn on and off the wind. That's a step forward of what was a bad in 2K23. Another exploit. There's no exploits. No, this is just a recap. So this is good to be able to turn on and off the wind. But I don't understand. Okay, if we're doing an actual training facility, why can I not specify the miles per hour of wind and also which direction? Right? Like, you can't do it. It seems to be, to me, it would be just easy to put that toggle in there. Like, okay, the wind is on. I want it at 12 miles an hour from the northwest. And then I can start to practice what that strength of wind does to my shots. That's what I think needs to happen. 'Cause right now, Like if I wanted to practice, let's say into the wind shots and how it might affect. Like if I wanted to practice very high winds into me and get an idea of what that does to my golf ball, I can't do it. Can't do it. Like you have to just keep coming and going over and over and over and over and over again until you get lucky. Just give us the option for direction and strength. Also, it's along the same tangent. Putting practice. I should be able to like not only just practice 97 speed putts. One, we never play them. And two, that's terrible. Like, why can't I not have an option somewhere to, somewhere in here, underneath wind? Hey, green speed. Pick a number. I don't get it. Like, so like now I can only practice greens that are so slow we never play on them anyway. So just give us some options to actually practice through. I don't think it takes that much bandwidth to do that, especially after you delete Topgolf. To me, it's not crazy talk. Anyway, all right, now it's time. Now it's time for the ugly. Now it's time for the. Oh, hold on, wait. In case I'm able to do this. This is going to be transition ugly. Ugly. And if I can't do that editing, then I just look stupid doing this. So anyway, let me do this. This will be a precursor to what I think's happened here. But first, let me make sure I don't have any porn up here. I think I'm good. I'm good. No porn? All right, good. Look at this. Now, I wonder if I can zoom in on this at all. Here we go. Hey. Hold on. Is this one? This side. Move this over. There we go. Now look at this. Let me go. This. Wait a second. All time. Now look at this. I'm gonna put the controller down. We're gonna analyze this. Okay, this is ugly. This is gonna transition. Is it round and brown up in that top right corner? Huh? Round and brown? What are you talking about? Round and brown. Is there something? Is there porn on here? I don't think so. No, there's no porn up here. It's on the other screen. Anyway, we're gonna analyze this, and that will be maybe some evidence on my ugly. Look at this. Look at this. All right. This is the green is 2K23. The blue is 2K25. Now keep in mind, this is only on Steam. Okay, this is only Steam numbers. But just for easy math, we'll do some rounding and we'll just add on double on Xbox and PlayStation. So like for example, like this number here, let's just say it's 1,000. Okay, we'll say it's 1,000 on PlayStation, 2,000 on Xbox, 2,000 on 1,000 on PC, 2,000 on Xbox, 2,000 PlayStation. So that'd be about 5,000. That might be a little high, but just for easy math, we'll do a double on top of the PC, because I do think more people play this on console than PC. So that'll be maybe hopefully a little bit of a margin of error reduction. But let's go. So when did this game come out? I don't think it came out here, did it? Did it come out? I don't think it came out in September, on September 30th. Hold on. All right, so October 14th. Okay. Is that right? I guess so, yeah. October 13th. Right there. Okay. All right. So the game came out October of 2022. Okay, so let's go there. All right. So let's just start right here on November. Let's call this November 1st. Okay. On November 1st, there was 5,000 people playing the game. Okay. For whatever reasons. Okay. And then you see, let's see, in March, let's call it April 1st, but 3,200, it would be what now, 6,400, then another 6,400, so that's what, like 13,000. It's like about 16,000 people, and ish. So you got 32, and then 64, and then 64. So yeah, somewhere in that range. Let's call it April 1st, and that's probably a little bit of a bump because it was around Masters time. But you can see, okay, so it came out in October. Now we're at April. So what is that? November, December, January, February, March, April. It's 6 months. 6 months, and you're still at about what it was when it released. Okay, and look, you here, and this is 2K25. This is as of Monday. This is as of 3 days ago. There were more people playing 2K23 6 months after release than this new next-gen game. What? 4 months? I mean, let's just round it, make it March the 1st when it came out. Yeah, March, April, May, June, half of July. So 5 months ish, and you can you can see this trend line. Ooh, and then you can see this. I mean, I don't see this going back up. It's not like this. It's the stock market. I don't see it going ying. But look at this. 2K23. Okay, look. I mean, granted, there's some S curve here, and then there's a dip right here around the holidays, but it's pretty steady. The dip comes in the holidays, and look, TGC starts back. TGC starts back up right in this area, and look now, man, there's a big peak around the Masters again. Pretty steady, and then right here is when TGC starts to end in about August, right there, yeah. And then now we're in limbo because we don't know when the games or when the next game's coming. So you can see, all right, people start to leave because TGC's done, and you kind of just hold serve. And right, look at this, for what, 3 months, it's a steady average the whole time. Look, so what is that? 2 years. 2 years after 2K23 releases. Look, if I just draw a straight line over, it's pretty damn close to what the concurrent player base is on average in this game. Look at that. This is 2 years after release. You can draw a straight line just directly to the right, and it's going to be pretty damn close to what it is right now in this game. And with I mean, I don't see any trend lines where it's going to go back up this way. I mean, it's not going to go back up this way again. I don't think. Could be wrong. And then here you go. Here you go. So way back when, yeah, find a new game. Yeah, you have to find a new game. So way back when I let's see, I'll say maybe about a month or so after release, there was some worry about the game maybe not having longevity, and we'll talk about that in the ugly segment here. And my argument was, if not for TGC, this game is DOD, dead as a door. That's not DOD. You get the idea. DOA, dead on arrival. TGC keeps this game going, and I think, hold on, hear me out. It's not the casuals. I really don't think it's the casuals. I don't think it's the rank stuff. I don't, and this is the reason why. This is why I think TGC is PGA Tour 2K whatever. This is why. You can tell in the trend lines. So TGC stops, or it runs concurrent pretty much with the actual tour, PGA Tour. Okay, so in 2K23, so the tour starts about mid-January, right? Well, for the most part. TGC does not do the I guess you'd call it the off-season, or like the end of the year events that count for the next year on tour. They don't do that, so it's pretty much like January on. But so you can see here, okay? Let's say February 1st, TGC starts. It holds serve all throughout the TGC season, all throughout the PGA Tour season. Now, and then TGC ends about August, the end of August. Okay, here's August 1st. There's the end of August. TGC's done. Watch. Boop, boop, boop. And this is just on PC. There's more people that play on console than PC, especially on TGC. So, look, this is the whole TGC season, hold and serve. Right here, and then it's done, and then bam. And then, oh, wait, when does TGC come back? That's right, about middle January, February 1st. Look, February 1st. Look, here's the Masters on TGC, the Masters, bang. Right there, and it holds all the way through. Oh, then what? Yep, here comes August. TGC's done, end of August, bam. Oh, man, TGC's done. Look, and then the player base drops. Now, I think TGC actually had some, if memory serves me, some like off-season Christmas events at this point. I think, just for fun. And I think this is why this is kind of flatlines here, which is good. But then, you see, it's not going to happen. I mean, it's still hold and serve, but like this right here is a TGC season. This is a TGC season. Anything outside of TGC, it's here, and it's here. All three dips. All three dips. No, see, I don't agree with that, KG. I don't. Because look, right here, like the casuals in this game are already gone. They're already gone. Like, here's your casuals right here. This was the release, February 24th. High, I get it, higher than 23 by double. But look, it took what? 2 months? 2.5 months? 2.5 months. And the game has less people playing it than 2K23 did 2 years into the game cycle. How's it possible? And I would bet, let's see. Trying to think here. When did was this a TGC event right here? or a qualifier maybe. Oh, never mind. Disregard. No. Okay. But here, right there. Right there. Okay. Like to me, like, yes, the TGC is the 3 to 5% hardcore people that play after 3 months, right? Like all these right here are your TGCs. Here are your TGCs. But look at this substantial drop. Like without it, let's just take away TGC. This whole curve goes down. This whole curve goes down, and subsequently this whole curve goes down, and then this goes down. And it's not by 3 or 5%. I don't think. I don't know. To me, maybe I'm looking too far in the weeds here. But to me, like this right here is if I'm 2K is concerning. is very concerning. Let's check it out. November 1st. All the way up until, let's say, April 1st. The game never lost concurrent players. Never. It never once lost concurrent players. For, what, November, December, January, February, March, April 1st. So for 5 months, the game experienced growth. I'll even say, it's never. This game has never had a month-to-month increase, except for what? This one here. Well, this is a week. This has only been a week, and it's negligible at best. Like this was negligible at best. Like it's just bizarre. It's like right here, like this right here, this one and this one. These two little itty bitty little itty bitty bumps are the only time that it went up since release. Since release, it's always been going. Yes, it's also summer and yeah, I get it, but look. This was November 1st. This was during the holidays. People on the holidays, they're they're doing holiday vacations, they're doing Thanksgivings, all that stuff. Yeah, but it's summer now. It's summer now. But this was in springtime. This was spring. Like in 5 months, there's been 1 week. 2 weeks where it's went up in 5 months, and by very little amount. Very little. So all this being said, I can beat a dead horse on this. All this being said, that's concerning. Because what does this look like? What does this look like 2 years from now compared to what this looks like? This is to me, this is impressive. When you got as many players playing, let's say midnight, this little box is in my way. You have as many players playing, you had more players playing. This is November 2022. You had more players playing 20 months after the launch than currently, on average. You had 20 months after launch. I don't think this blue line for 25 is going to look like this. This is pretty steady. It really is. This is me. So this is the reason that this actually went on longer than I wanted it to go. But I think it's actually very, to me, you can extrapolate a lot of data from this. So let me go back. This one. It will level out in the same ones I've always played. No. Oh, it will level out in the same ones that I've always played. No, man. No. I'd say half of Plat. I can only speak for Plat. Now, granted, the argument is, oh, well, it's just you guys are 0.01. No. It's a just because it's a small portion does not mean it is not representative of the whole. It's a microcosm. You know, you can have a 1% player poll, and it still is reflective on a good portion of the overall community. Like half of the Plat players, and maybe even half the elite players, they don't play this game anymore. They don't. Oh, it's not extrapolate. Extrapolate is the word. And all right, and this is the reason. This is why. I think this is the reason why. This is the ugly. And I've said it before, and it's beating a dead horse. It's the swing. And I don't want to say it, but it's the swing, brother. It's the swing. It's just not as fun. It's just not as fun. Hold on. Before I demonstrate, let me see. No, and that's the thing. Like, the game is not bad. I think by and large the game is better than 2K23. But the glue that holds it together, the glue that you want to keep playing, keep practicing, keep trying to find something that works, is the swing. Yes, KG has it right. 100% right. So I'll do this swing, and then I'm going to go back and do the 2K23 swing. So I understand what they were going for of draw and fade. That's fine. The swing is way better. No way. You're absolutely wrong. In my opinion. You're absolutely wrong. Like, the swing is purely point A, point B. Just draw a line. There's no creativity. There's no I'll say maybe swing your own swing. Like, there's nothing you're trying to find that magic bullet. There's no like secret sauce to like hit your tempos or to hit your straight lines. In this, it's purely just hit point. And as long as you're okay with rhythm, it's whatever. It's whatever. Gone from 2K TGC to top. I don't know what that means. Let me just do this. It's just point A to point B. Like, it's not like it's satisfying to hit. I don't know how to gauge what I'm trying to say here. Like, okay. Let's say I'm trying to hit a shot. I'm trying to hit a shot to this flag stick right here, okay? And I see I have, like 3-mile-an-hour winds because I can't change the wind. So I'm going to put it here, and then I'm going to do my shot shaping. And all I'm trying to do is hit my points and go about my business. There's no artist. Maybe the word's artistry to it. I just want to hit my points. Like, there's no, like, that feels so empty. It feels empty. That's the word I'm looking for. There's no artistry to it. I'm just trying to draw a line from point A to point B, and that's it. And that's it. There's nothing. It's empty. It's an empty feeling. And maybe that could be a me problem. That could be a me problem. I'm aware of that. But there's no sense of accomplishment. There's no sense of like that tuning fork ringing in your loins. Now, let's go back. Hold on. Now we're gonna do this. Like how do I say it? So everybody that's playing a draw is probably gonna swing like that. You know, like there's not gonna be an individual swing. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, I gotta catch up. Hey, Joe, what up, man? Joe. But what, the swing in 23 was straight and you had a certain tempo, you had the... No, it's not true. It's not true. No, it's not. That's not true. But like, on the surface level, it sounds right. But that's not true. Now, I will concede, and I'll talk about this here in a second. I will concede the tempo meter, or sorry, the tempo gauge, or the meter. Yeah, it's fine. I will concede that it was not optimized because the polling rate affected it. Even the frames per second on PC affected it. Like, I will concede, like, Xbox players on their stock controller were at a complete disadvantage to a PlayStation player because the controller was so far inferior that you can never get a consistent tempo. I will concede that 100%. But when Xbox got the controllers they have now, the V2, the G7, then that argument went away. No, so now, all right. As you can see, this is 2K23. Okay, I have not played this game. I'm not saying a long ass time, but here's why I believe it was just more satisfying. I forgot. Hell, I'm on left stick swing, not right stick swing. Oh well, we'll adjust. Where's the flag? Damn it. Over here, right? Yeah. And this game looks good still. It still looks good. Okay. So, here we go. So, here's why I think it was good. Better. One, I can calibrate my swing tempo. That was the first swing in... Never mind. I can calibrate my tempo, right? Where, okay, you know what? I'm struggling. That's a slow. Yeah. You know what? Okay. I'm a slower swinger. So now I have the ability in the game to make that my perfect. So that's one way you can customize it. Like myself, I was a bit more of a slow swinger. I didn't jam it forward. Someone like Coxter, his calibration was as fast as you could go. As fast as you could go. So right there, it lies one set of artistry, of customization on the swing that 2K25 does not have. Like the rhythm is the rhythm. That's it. Then two, hold on, I gotta catch up here. I mean, tempo, yeah, and Wilby brings up a good point. The nerves, and it's very tongue in cheek in a video game, but the nerves coming down the stretch, having to hit a tempo, that makes a difference. that makes the game exciting because you have to hit the perfect tempo when you have to hit the perfect tempo. Yeah, I think that was good. No. Okay, so, and this is why I think too. The swing style. Come back. God damn it. The swing style was better, and it goes to the individual, right? So, I wish I could do a. Let's put it over here somewhere. I just want a full shot. Okay. Let's just say my flag stick is this tip of the shadow, right? So it is very, very hard to hit a perfectly vertical line. Very hard to do. I played straight as much as I could. Let's see. A good tempo, but it's a slight pull, right? And you see that. Slight pull. See, I'll do it again. Okay? Again, pretty good tempo, but again, slight pull. So if I do that over and over and over again, I know that my individual swing, maybe for the day, for the week, or whatever, I'm a pull player, and that's what Stives. We all remember Stives. That's what Stives did. He played his pull, and because it was consistent, he could do it consistently, and hit a consistent tempo. So he would just kind of aim over here. I'm just guessing somewhere over in this range, and play a little bit of a pull, like that. Not gonna aim more, but you get so. That's one way you have for an individual swing. Someone like Wobie in the chat right here. Wobie played the push, so he would just aim over here. I'll try to hit a push. I guess I'm more of a pull hitter, and he played a push. A little bit of a push. Now it was a fast tempo. But you get the idea of that push. See if I can match it up again. There's a push. Well, the wind's right to left. Hold on. Yeah. So why is that going that way? So the wind is right to left. I'm pushing it into the wind, and this is why I think too it has some individualism. So I'm playing a push. I'm going into the wind, as opposed to playing a pull. We're just going with the wind. So now you have some different type of play styles. So if I do a push here, like a Wobie push, there's a Wobie. Well, I hit it slow, but you can see now my pushes are not good. My standard swing is a slight pull. And I have the wind going right to left. I'm missing tempo. Well, it's been a long time since I played, but you can see I have that pretty consistent blue line when I'm trying to hit a straight shot here. So that's what makes it. That's what makes the game. That's what makes the game, I think, or makes the swing better in this game as opposed to 25. Because you could see all those different types of playability. Someone hits pulls, someone hits pushes, someone hits the ball straight. Some people, actually myself, I was guilty of it a lot. I had a hard time on my natural rhythm to hit 100%. I hit a lot of 98%. So I would actually have to allow for that. So if this was let's say, yeah. So if this was 100%, I know typically I hit 98s for the most part. So that should be okay because this my flag is right here. And so knowing that, you kind of start to get you get a play style that is purely yours. 94%. But see, a little bit of a pull. But like you get a play style that's purely yours. And then you can practice that and hone it. And then you know what? Shit, hey, it didn't go right. So now maybe I should start hitting pulls or hit pushes. Or you know what? Maybe my calibration isn't right. Maybe I have to recalibrate. I did that from time to time. Now I gotta recalibrate. Okay, with this new calibration, I feel like I don't have to hit pulls because my thumbs aren't going as fast, or vice versa. There's all sorts of different things that come into play with this type of swing, where in 25, you hit the bottom point, you hit the top point. That's it. So it's made as a low barrier of entry, but there's no, as we say in the South here, it's all chops and no gravy. It's all chops and no gravy. There's nothing to really want to bring you back and try to figure it out. It's just, I can hit that point, I can hit that point, and I'm done. That's it. I'm done. I just think if they could somehow mold the two together, it would be a home run. Now I will concede, and you see him maybe talking about it in the chat there on my screen. I will concede that the tempo meter. I'm not going to do this because I have to unplug shit and whatever else. I will concede that the tempo meter was not perfect in regards to how it actually read tempo. Not that it was inaccurate, but it was equipment mattered, controllers mattered, because it was touchy-feely. Where the original Xbox controller and the Elite controller, you could not do it. It only gave you maybe 5 or 6 calibrations, and I think all but one of those, none of the actual points was on the perfect. It was always off perfect. So if there was a way to make the tempo meter, or timing meter rather, I don't know how you do it, but it's perfectly fine on the G7, on the PlayStation, on the V2, anything 250 hertz or higher. If there is a way to somehow still make it viable on the lower end, on the 125 hertz for the Xbox stock controllers and such, it would be a home run. So I do believe that it would have to change some to encompass it where controllers don't matter as much. But where it is now, it's went totally the other way. Totally the other way. So, and I think the shaping and the spin, to me, was a lot more satisfying. Again, maybe it's just an opinion. I don't know, because I just say all this because I'm kind of a nerd nut with this kind of thing, and this even right now on the range, let's say I want to hit it at this power line here. Even right now on the range, the feeling of hitting that little slight pull with a perfect, I can't even do that. it's tough. But now the blue line's where I want it. Let's see here. There you go. No. See, so then, if I did this enough, I'm like, oh shit, my calibration's wrong. I should go recalibrate. And then you just keep playing and playing and playing. So I've hit that slow a number of times. It forces you to figure it out. Oh, this wind's moving. There you go. That feels better. It's just, oh, man. So like I've hit 5 balls and it's not where I want it. So now I'm trying to find it. What do I have to do? Okay, that's pretty decent. Although, you know, it's a bad tempo. But like you start to you get addicted to how am I going to do that? And then once you do it, that's a good one. Once you do it, man, it just feels good. But now, like it would take me probably one swing to line up my points in 25 and just do it over and over and over and over and over again. In this one, forget about it. Yeah, so like my instinct now is go recalibrate because I'm hitting slows. I felt good. And you can see I'm hitting 96s. Like I said before, my tendency was to hit 98s. Now, granted, I haven't played this game in forever, but you know I know that. Like when I'm doing the swing my swing, so I would right now I would go recalibrate because I'm hitting too many slows. Or I have that, but 96%. So it just man, like I would sit here for half hour just trying to figure something out where I could hit it consistently. There's that little push. So I don't know. Maybe this was a little bit too deep of a dive that I anticipated, but we kind of was here and now we went there. But I just feel like the swing in this game was just way more rewarding. And you had that dopamine hit when you hit that perfect and you got that blue line and it's going right towards it. Whereas the new game in 25, you don't have that dopamine hit, and you can see this. I think this is a representation of that. I mean, it could be I'm not over exaggerating, but having a wrong correlation cause and effect here. But to me, this is an indication that the swing, the cog that holds the machine together is not satisfying, and it does not have the hook to keep you coming back and wanting to hit it again and again and again. Or you get it wrong, get it wrong. Go find it. Or in 23, you were always trying to get better, always trying to be more consistent because everything mattered. That blue line mattered. That tempo mattered. Anyway, I'm off my soapbox here. Off my soapbox. Go back. All right, so that is the good, the bad, and the ugly part 2. I think it may have been more the ugly. My bad. Yeah, that's it. And if you made it this far in the video, wow, you guys, that's impressive. And again, I wanted to have a disclaimer here at the end too, that like I had at the start. This is not a bash on 25. It's not a bash on the current / new developers, because the game is a net positive better. It's just the swing isn't. And you have to have, it's kind of like tires. You know, a Ferrari is a better car than a Honda Civic. But if the Ferrari doesn't have good tires, it's just not going to be very fun to drive. It's just not. And the tires, you know, the thing that holds everything together is the swing, in my opinion, in these games. And right now, it didn't hit the mark. So I will put it out there again. This is really kind of egotistical. I don't care. But if anybody in 2K sees this, yeah, right. If they do, or a dev sees this, I will pay my way. I will pay my travel expenses to come see you guys and to further explain and give my opinion. Not that it means a hill of shit. Maybe I'm presumptuous in thinking that I would influence a damn thing. But if some information is better than no information, I will pay my own way to bend your ear for an hour. That's all I ask is for an hour, because I have some ideas. I have ideas. All right, that's it. That's it for me. Until next time, YouTube, please share, like, comment, whatever, or not. That's cool. And stay tuned for an announcement probably in a week or two. I'm going to go over the Revan Cup. The Revan Cup will be starting in September. 4 weeks, 4 tournaments, or 1 tournament, 4 weeks, 4 events. So